Namaste students, my name is JVN's Dr. Neeraj Bhulia, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jayoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. So today we are going to discuss a new topic, that is functional genomics, and this belongs to the subject microbial genomics. So what is functional genomics? So gene have a functional part as a messenger RNA or protein, means any gene can function um, through the either a expression through the messenger RNA or through protein. So functional genomics is to place all of the genes in the genome of an organism within a functional framework. So actually in every organism, about 12 to 15% of the genes are structural genes, which are expressed for certain characters. And these are transcribed in a given cell. This is helpful in overall functioning of the cell and organism. So the function, how the functions are regulated through the genes. So the different regulatory things are studied in the functional genomics. So functional genomics brings together the genetics with gene transcripts, proteins, and the metabolites by analyzing the genome sequencing, because any cell functions through not only the genes but its products like the gene transcripts, the proteins, its metabolites. So function is possible through the all of these things. So so these things should be analyzed in the genome sequencing. Functional genomics is driving a shift from the vertical analysis of single gene, proteins, or metabolites towards the horizontal analysis of full suites of the genes, proteins, and the metabolites. So this may help in molecular participation of a given biological process. This offers the prospect of determining a truly holistic picture of the life. The functional genomics emerged in response to the challenges posed by the complete genome sequences. Because after the complete genome sequencing, the problems are not solved, means the overall understanding was not complete after the genome sequencing. So something was lacking. So what was the thing? That was the functions, how they function, and what other things are participated in the functioning of the cell or the gene. So to understand this process, it is necessary to know the biochemical and physiological function of every gene product and their complexes. So the activity of genes manifests at a number of different levels, including the gene, the RNA, the protein, the metabolites, at different levels. Okay, and analyzes at these levels can provide the insight not only into the possible function of individual gene, but also the cooperation that occurs between genes and gene products to produce a defined biological outcome. Because any biological outcome cannot be possible only with the gene, because genes are required many other things to function properly: operator, regulator, the growth factors, the metabolites. Many things are there which helps in proper functioning of the gene or the expression of the gene. So the technology involved in defining the functional genomics are DNA or oligonucleotide microarray technology for determining the mRNA, the 2D gels, the mass spectroscopy, and other methods for analyzing the different proteins. And at protein level, GCMS is there. MS means the mass spectrometry. The LCMS is there for identifying and quantifying the different metabolites in a cell. So you can reveal the known things or unknown things also using the 2D gel electrophoresis, using the MS spectroscopy methods. Okay, and high throughput methods for forward and reverse genetics are also integral to the functional genomics. So the what is the forward genetics? What is the reverse genetics? So in the forward genetics, we start with the phenotype. Then we start with the phenotype, then protein is studied, then transcript, and then gene. Okay, so this is the forward genomics. In the reverse genomics, we start with the genome and then analyze the transcriptome, then proteome, then phenotype. Okay, so the forward genetics was studied during the pre-genomics era, and the reverse genomics is studied in the post-genomic era. So various tools are available, various tools are used to study the genetics. In the various method like the DNA sequencing is there, PCR is there, okay, microarray is there, 2D gel electrophoresis, MS, 2D LC, and various tools are there. And again, the bioinformatics also helps in understanding the functional genomics. So various tools are there to understand the post-genomics or pre-genomics things. So the various methods are used in the functional genomics. So what are the methods? The functional genomics lies on gene expression. Okay, this is basic. The profiling like mRNA in the protein expression, the reverse genetics, the generation of targeted mutations in gene of interest, besides forward mutation rate, the generation of the random mutation in the genome for desirable mutations, and the bioinformatics. So these criteria help in providing the maximum information for a particular organism. This helps in understanding the biological process at the molecular level, and also useful to identify the novel genes and regulating this process. So the functional genomics helps in understanding the function of the uh, previously existing or previously studied gene, or you can identify the new genes, the new proteins which are not earlier studied using the tools of the functional genomics. To understand the gene function, it is desirable to identify the genes and to understand its expression at the whole genome level. So whole genome level is required to understand. Okay, so there are many prokaryotes, there are many eukaryotes organisms whose genome are fully sequenced till now. Okay, the current discovery is mapping of whole sequences of genes present in the human genome. So we say today that our most of the DNA sequences, most of the genome is having the genes which are non-functional, or their function is not known. Okay, so it is possible to assign functions to novel genes and proteins, and to understand the biological processes at the molecular level through the functional genomics. Okay, so the integrated understanding of the control of gene expression and knowledge of the signal transduction, cell signaling, and overall cell function are dynamic tool to study the regulation of gene expression in any given cell type. So in yeast cell, transcripts associated with different parts of the cell cycle are discrete clusters, and these studies allowed the sequence tags encoding the proteins of unknown function to be assigned to putative classes based on their clustering with genes of known function. So here the role of the functional genomics will be to test those repetitive functions and apply to resolve the complex biological processes. So over and all, the functional genomics includes many methods. Okay. So in this study of gene is there, then profiling of the mRNAs, total RNAs, mRNAs is there. The profiling of the proteins, proteomics is considered in the functional genomics also. We have to understand the reverse genetics in this, then the generation of targeted mutations in the genes, what the if the one gene is mutated, is the function is changed or not. If we want to know the function of an unknown gene, we have to knock out that gene, so their function is elucidated. So the function is known of any gene. If it is blocked at any way, so that specific function will not be performed in that cell. Okay, so the function is known at that type. Okay, so we have to understand the, so the mutations may be naturally occurring or the desirable mutations. We can create some additional function. We can block some function of the genes by creating the mutations. Okay, so again, the biotechnology in bioinformatics is again a very good technique to understand the functional genomics, because it have already in databases of the various known or sequenced uh, genomes and the proteomics data. Then, for example, the NCBI is there, the DDBJ is there, the PDB protein data bank is there, the EMBL is there. So they have the database with them. They have the structural data, they have the functional data. So the integrated scheme should be there to understand the functional genomics. So this was all about the functional genomics. So if you have, I think this is clear to you. Hope you are satisfied with this dissociation. If you have any query or any doubt, you can write in the comment box. I will try to resolve that. I will reply. And this session is powered by Digital Version 2, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Thank you.